As you step in, make sure to hit the like button. I really would appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I've done 2 live streams today. Unbelievable. I know I've been busy today, folks. And I'm shocked, to be quite honest with you, because Mama Bolton kept me really busy today. But it feels good to be able to do another live stream. As you step in, make sure to hit that like button. Once again, very, very necessary for the algorithm. The last live stream, I really enjoyed doing it. It wasn't many people as I thought it would be, but I thought it was a very good live stream myself. I enjoyed doing it. And I enjoyed doing the basketball live stream last night. That was a good one. That was a lot longer than I expected, but it was very good. Very good. Now, let me invite some people. I'm going to leave it not only here in StreamYard, but I'm also going to post it on my community page, because sometimes StreamYard if you go on my community wall, you can easily hit it. Hit the, I just left a link here just in case you want to. I was looking at my Steelers, as you know, if you've been with the channel any time, you know that I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steeler fan. And we all know that Mr. Tomlin stepped down. Now, certain things have come up where they said that Mike Tomlin doesn't even want to coach anymore, and he's looking for a TV gig, which, listen, everybody knew that was going to be the case anyway. And let's face it, at the end, I don't think he wants to go through this again with another franchise. I think he's garnered enough gray hairs. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to do the coaching thing anymore. People don't realize that coaching is absolutely draining. I mean, you spend hours away from your family. You're always looking at film. And then forget it when minicamp starts. I mean, dedicate yourself to the franchise. Now, the Steelers are requesting interviews with several prominent coordinators, and here's the list. And see, here's the thing: it looks like they're mostly defensive coordinators. Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator. Anthony Weaver, the Dolphins defense. I wouldn't want Anthony Weaver anywhere near. Dolphins defense wasn't anything to write home about. Are you serious? Jeff Hafley, Jesse Minter, the Chargers defensive coordinator. That's, you know what? That's an interesting one. Brian Flores. They're looking to speak to him. Remember, Brian Flores spent a couple of seasons with Tomlin in Pittsburgh as the defensive coordinator. And that's when things started to take shape a little bit for the Steelers defense. Now, unfortunately, we had Kenny Pickett at quarterback. We all know how great that turned out. Jeez. And if I were going to go with anybody out of that bunch, I would actually go with Flores. He was actually decent with Miami. He did warn people about Tua Tagovailoa, and you see all of that has come to fruition. Vailoa stinks. To me, he does anyway. And I'm not even talking about the concussion part. And let's face it, he is one hit away from his career being over. And listen, every NFL player is, but especially Tua Tagovailoa. Um, he's just, to me, he was overrated. Jalen Hurts was always the better one of the two. It's just, I guess, Tua was a lefty and he threw a light ball, where Jalen Hurts threw a heavier football. At least that's what the scout said. But look at Jalen Hurts now. He's a Super Bowl champion. He actually outplayed Peppermint Patty twice. Not many people can say that. In the Super Bowl, where it all matters. I also talked about the Giants earlier today, how they handled, things. They're finalizing the contract for John Harbaugh to become the next head coach of the New York Giants. Michelle's daughter, I know she caught the replay, so I know I'll be hearing from her. Probably not tonight, a little late, but probably sometime tomorrow or so. I haven't done a Pillow Talk live stream in a very long time. I might do that. Maybe, I don't know if I'm going to do it on a Friday night. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't done a Pillow Talk live stream in quite some time. I'm thinking of doing one. If not tomorrow, then probably Sunday night, maybe. No, Saturday night. Either tomorrow night or Saturday night. I'll do a good old fashioned Pillow Talk live stream where, that might be members only. So if you don't have a membership as of yet, and it doesn't matter which tier, I'm as you know, I'm very benevolent. I will definitely do a members only live stream the next time I do my Pillow Talk, because we're going to talk about whatever, and I might let it be subby's choice. I'm gonna have it a subscriber's choice Pillow Talk live stream, members only. How about that? That's just what I'm going to do. I know Corey Holcomb and Antoine Daniels, that's dominated social media. I don't care for neither one of them, to be quite honest. I haven't watched Corey Holcomb in quite some time. His rhetoric is the same. But the one thing I did find interesting, and I'm probably going to do some videos on it, I know it's not sports related, but it is. Well, you know what? It is somewhat sports related because of Miss Shields. But I'm going to start doing some videos on. In fact, I've already thought of it. I'm not going to give away my title, but you will. If you're a certain age, you'll know it once I do the. And it's not going to be a live stream; it's going to be an upload. But I find it extremely interesting, the dynamics of Papoose, Remy Ma, and of course, which makes it a sports interest as well as just pop culture, Clarissa Shields, the women's boxing champion. In fact, I believe she's the women's heavyweight champion, if I'm not mistaken. And I tell you what, you can't tell me that young lady is not sprung, to say the least. I'm just saying. I mean, she is entirely sprung. But the dynamic, of course, is Papoose and Remy Ma are still married. I don't even know if they're even separated. But here's what kills me about this situation. It's all of a sudden Papoose is this terrible guy and he's stepping out and this, that, and the third. Um, pump the brakes and shut the F up. Last I checked, it was Remy Ma that was messing with the help, aka Easy the block captain. Not Easy E, not Lil Easy E, Easy the block captain, who got knocked the F out by Papoose, by the way. And rightfully so. Now, meanwhile, you had this guy who was dedicated to you going to all of your visits. But we have to remember, as per her song, she's conceited and she felt she had a reason and she acted stupid and decided to mess with Easy, the block captain. Well, there are certain rules of thumb that go into this. Number one, if you're going to cheat with somebody, can you make sure that the person looks half-ass decent? Number one, I am not condoning or pushing cheating. I think cheating is actually a very terrible thing. In fact, you lose all trust. You always look that side-eyed. I mean, who wants that? If you're going to risk your marriage, ladies and gentlemen, you want to make an upward stream, not a downward stream. Now, a lot of people are giving Papoose grief, which you've got to be kidding. Clarissa Shields, though, Ma, you looking like a whole fool out here in these YouTube streets. I mean, forget the YouTube streets. You're looking like a whole fool out here on social media. I don't know if you saw the shorts with her, and she couldn't keep Papoose' name out of her mouth. She just kept saying Papoose. I mean, I don't know what Papoose did to the young lady, but man, let me tell you, I don't know if he went to the UncleClaude school of of romance. I'll just put it that way. And if he did, God bless him. And make sure that all my payments are, I like my bills facing up. Or just hit my Cash App. But man, she act like she's never had, or she's just so used to treated badly that she doesn't know how to act when a person is actually a gentleman. But Remy's so messy with it. Ma, why would you even bring up the fact that, oh, Papoose has a son, but he don't interact with him because of his sexual preference? First of all, isn't that the son's place to do that? That's not yours. I understand that you're the mother and everything. I get it, but you literally outed your son as gay. I mean, did you at least speak to him about that? I don't want to hear well, I'm the mama, I can do X, Y, and Z. Get out of pocket, man. That should be up to him whether he wants to do that or not. I'm pretty sure that Papoose is really pissed off with that, and rightfully so. I mean, you just want to blow up everything. And Clarissa, you look like a fool, man. Because Papoose don't even refer to you as his lady. You talking about my best friend. If I was your best friend, I couldn't resist. I mean, you are not even my boo. You're not even, you know what, my queen, my whatever. My, you're not even that. You're like, you might as well be one of the, I mean, it's like he's smashing a homie. I mean, come on. Ridiculous. But she's, to not think of a better word, digmatized by a papoose. God bless her. I mean, I guess ignorance is bliss. It must be. And I do believe that is a sports interest as well as a social media interest story. I was trying to wait for a certain someone to hit the panel and to show up, but and listen, I know they've had a rough time, so I understand it. Been a long day. In fact, I've had a long day. As I mentioned in the outset, Mama Bolton really wore me out today, but it's good to see her appetite has improved a lot. And if you haven't seen the short, make sure to do that. I mean, it makes me feel good because I know that she's enjoying my cooking and my company. And I'm so proud and so grateful to be able to do it, quite honest with you. And some days are better than others, no question about it, but she's the queen mother and you reach 85 plus, you can do whatever the heck you want. And to see her bright smile is worth everything. You know, it gets to a point where sometimes you have to catch yourself because you'll wear yourself down because you've given so much to everybody else. You don't leave anything for yourself. One thing I've told my family a lot, especially my princess, and I know that you're in the bushes or in the clouds somewhere. Sometimes we have to learn to give ourselves grace. And what I mean by that is we can't always be too hard on ourselves. And trust me, I'm talking as much to myself as to all of you guys out there in the universe, aka on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with being your own worst critic. I know I am. I am my own worst critic, and it's not even close. Not even close. But sometimes you have to step back and look at all that you've accomplished, and you realize, you know what, I did pretty good. This wasn't bad. Look at how far I've come in this period of time. And you have a right to be proud of yourself. Now, you don't want to be puffed up with pride. You don't want to be prideful to the point where you're arrogant. That is not what you want. But you do want to acknowledge that you've come a long way from where you were. And I want to say that I'm still obviously a work in progress. You know what, that's coming up so close, unfortunately. Um, we're 3 weeks away. I'm 3 weeks away from it being a year since the Queen passed away. I dread that. Now, I'm not to the point where I'm afraid of being alone and not knowing what to do. But what I will say is that it doesn't get any easier. You know, they tried to tell you that time heals all wounds. No. Time gives you a chance to reflect. It gives you a chance to feel that you no longer have to put so much pressure on yourself. You no longer feel that you have to cry yourself to sleep at night. And you know what? It also lets you know that we can't be afraid of change. And I'm not talking about the change that Obama promised and never delivered on. But I have to look at the fact that, you know what, 56-year-old Uncle Claude looks at the world a hell of a lot differently than 16-year-old Uncle Claude. 56-year-old Uncle Claude has to conduct himself in a manner that is totally different from 26-year-old Uncle Claude. 56-year-old Uncle Claude has to look at things a heck of a lot differently, handle himself a heck of a lot differently from 36-year-old Uncle Claude. When you change, the people and your surroundings change with you. And it's funny because sometimes we're all criticized. Oh, well, you changed. Thank you. If I didn't change, that means I've either become stagnant or I've gotten worse. And whatever it is not working. Change is an adaptability that is necessary to live life to the fullest. And no, I didn't read that from a book. I literally just came up with that statement because it's the truth. You know what, Mariah Recordings? You said this absolutely. I was thinking of that Bible verse. Absolutely. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things, and just absolutely right. And there is the lady of the hour. Oh, okay. Okay, what you got cooking good looking? I know that was dreadfully corny. I'm still rooting against the damn Bears. I can't. You've already beat me in the lousy contest, damn salmon. I cannot and I will not tolerate the Bears winning a Super Bowl. I cannot go for that. My back is. I know that the weather is changing. Remember, you used making fun of my grandma when I was a kid. Oh, she always says she could tell the weather. Well, it looks like the joke's on me now, because goodness. I believe the wind chill is about 10 degrees here in New York City. And it started out so nice. It was about 45 degrees, which is great. At least for January in New York City, 45 degrees feels like 80 degrees. But I digress. I don't know if you guys was able to catch the live stream that I did earlier today about ICE, how it was not our fight, and I stand by that 110%, 10 toes down. And listen, we do have free will. You can do whatever the heck you want. But you better be able to deal with the consequences of your actions. And there would be absolutely no way that I would be headed to an ICE so-called protest. Those guys are not protesting. They're rabble rousing and they're assaulting, but they are not protesting. Spitting on a person is assault. Ask any lawyer, they'll tell you. Again, I did leave the link not only here on StreamYard, but I also left the link on my community wall because sometimes StreamYard is a little funny when it comes to this link. You know, a lot of people tried to hold things over people's head. They try to keep you as a prisoner of your past. You know, I remember obviously with the Bible verse, he who is without sin cast the first stone. You know, when you're a miserable human being, you want to keep people in the past. You want to remind them of that because you're miserable. And once again, misery loves company. It takes too much strength, too much just anger, and too much energy to waste time in doing that. To waste time to try and make another person feel bad about something that happened XYZ years ago. All that energy that's being used to try and put another person down, you could be doing so much good for yourself, so much better for others. But people tend to rather waste it on negative energy. Just, oh my goodness. Look who actually joined.
Hey,
And good evening.
hi, can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm making dinner right now, just listening as I cook. So I have
I
to
can
mute
barely
myself.
hear you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know.
Are you using a computer or are you using your phone?
I'm cooking dinner right now. Is it that
Oh,
low?
okay.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
I'll go on mute while I listen to you.
Oh no, now you sounded actually a little bit better.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm just listening.
No, I was just saying how it's just amazing how people want to try and put people, remind them of, oh, this happened XYZ years ago and try and remind people of their past. It's so stupid. I mean, if you're miserable in your life, that's your business. Don't try and make somebody else miserable. It's just too much, too much. I
Yeah, it's a
mean,
lot.
people
It's,
being, who wants to be with somebody who's stagnant like that? That's stupid as hell.
I don't know. You have it. Yeah. I agree with you. Sorry, it's loud. Kind of. I'm cooking late today, so I'm gonna listen to you when I go on mute until I get this food going. But I'm listening. I'm here.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much.
I got you.
And thank you for coming up for
Yeah.
the time that you did. And I'm still rooting against your Bears. And now that's the one time where I do want misery to love company because I'm still
They
going
have
through
a chance
Steeler
of winning
remorse.
the. Yeah, they have a chance of winning the Super Bowl.
Uh,
So.
God, I can't take it. You're insufferable enough. I can't do it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you know,
I am so drained today. I'm so tired. But I don't want to take away from what you talked about. So go ahead.
oh no, no. Like I said, it's an open topic. As you can tell, I've been all over the place today. I mean, I started out talking about ice,
I
then
know
I
I think I
talked.
fell asleep. I was trying to. wait for you, and I went to the chat. You weren't live yet. Like I went right there when you told me, and then I passed out. That's what happens when I'm tired. Like, can you hear me? Okay. I can't find my other AirPods.
It's okay. I hear you.
Hey you guys. I see you guys. Um. Yeah, I hate that I missed that stream. I'm trying to stream about it later, but we gotta see what time I finish dinner.
Yeah, this is very late for you cooking, but
'Cause I
hey,
fell asleep. I'm telling you, I fell asleep.
no, I mean, after that live stream last night, I get it because that was a long,
Yeah, like
draining live stream. That was a lot.
yeah, I see. I made some of the girls mad.
Uh,
But that's why I don't usually do panels because I never know where it's gonna take me. But that was like what was that? 4 hours?
yeah,
That was,
it was over 4 hours. It was
and
crazy
I didn't
because
get to talk about what I wanted to talk about. But I said what I said, and I stand on what I said.
yeah, well, I just wish old stick and move Wayweather would just move on and shut the fuck up. Tired of that person. Jeez, sick of
They
them. But
won't, but they won't. Harley, take a shower. What's your uniform for tomorrow? Regular uniform? Okay, make sure you have one. I need to iron it. But I feel like this. I mean, regardless, people gonna say what they want to say, but I'm doing very well. I don't care. I'm hoping that I can finish cooking early enough to go live about it, but it probably won't happen tonight.
well, I'm gonna be honest. I think after this live, I'm spent. Mama Bolton wore me out today. I had to do everything today. But it was cool though. It was cool. Mama Bolton's amazing. She really is.
Yeah, she
She's
seems
just
like a
moving
sweet
around. She's been eating well. Very happy. I mean, I'm just so proud of
piece of
how
sugar.
far she's come in this period of time because it was pretty rough a couple of years ago.
Mm.
She's made such improvements. I'm so happy.
Yeah, she looks like she's happy. Yeah, she looks
But
good. But so what are we talking about?
I'm gonna be honest, I've just about run out of things to talk about. I can't believe I even reached for the Papoose, Remy Ma, and
You want
Clarissa
to have
Shields.
another celebrity news? I can't say celebrity news, but I don't know. I like yeah, I don't care about their personal life, but I love her story. Like she's super talented, you know. That's
Who?
like
Which one? Clarissa Shields or Remy
yeah,
Ma?
Clarissa. I don't
Yeah,
know
she's a
anything
great
about
boxer.
I don't know anything about I don't do pop culture really.
Oh,
But if
okay.
they have like a story, like I followed some of these trials when they're in like the middle of something like that, that's interesting to me. But as far as the other stuff, I don't really know anything about it. Like I don't know. I guess I've never been into like people's personal life and who they're dating and all that. Mm-mm. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for the Clarissa Shields part in it, I could care less. But I figure she is a sports figure, and the way she's oh my goodness, she's pretty demonetized. I'll just say it like that. I mean, she's almost like Stephanie Mills, man. I never knew love like this before. I don't know. I'm just saying, but
Yeah, she's super talented and she's awesome. Mm-mm.
I don't want to hear her talking about I'm gonna fight Layla Ali. I mean, Layla Ali's
I like to see it.
50 years old. She's nobody's gonna watch that. I mean, people would watch it,
People
but it was
watch it because of her name,
yeah.
but
But my God, she's too
I
old.
think she's
Come
out
on.
of her league, like to fight somebody so young. So
Yeah,
many people. Well, she's young, so she's probably like I don't know why she wants to fight somebody so old. I think that would be she wants to fight her, right?
well, I think she would lose in the court of public opinion. It would almost. I mean, it just makes no sense. It serves no
Well,
purpose.
Layla, she's like in her 50s, right? Or
Yeah, Layla's about 52, I believe. And
yeah,
Layla Ali was super talented when she was boxing. If it weren't for Layla Ali, I mean, there is no Clarissa Shields, to be quite honest. I mean,
But she paved the way, so
she
I don't know
absolutely
why
did.
anybody's want to fight her. Like
Uh,
she's out of her prime. Like she's not in her prime right now.
oh yeah, I don't think she would do it. I think she's way past that.
It'd be like a like that Mike Tyson fighting a YouTuber. Like it was just that's
Oh, that
just
was so bad. That was so bad. Jeez. Oh God.
that was dumb.
And that was also that was an ish show too. That was so phony. Oh my God,
What
Layla
is
Ali's
crazy?
58. Oh my
She's
gosh,
58.
I didn't know that.
I mean, she's
Oh,
gonna drop. Like I mean, damn. Well, she looks good for 58.
God bless her. I
Mhm.
did not realize she was 58 years old.
Is she
Oh
married to
no,
him?
that's the wrong. Oh gosh, I can't even see. That's the wrong Layla Ali. Isn't that terrific? That's the
Um,
wrong one. Hold it. There's no. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Isn't that terrific?
that's what it's like. I didn't think she was that old.
Jeez. Reading is fundamental. She's 48 years old. That makes more
Yeah,
sense.
that makes more
That
sense.
makes
She's still out of
entirely
her
more
prime.
sense. She's still way out, of course. It's not even, I mean,
Mhm.
it would have been one thing if she was 28, because even 38 in boxing is past prime. That's
It
ridiculous.
is, huh?
Oh, yeah. You figured your prime years in boxing, I want to say from 23 to about 33. You figure within that realm, you're in your prime. I mean,
Yeah.
you're at your physical peak. Then after, I would even say about 32, 33, you start to deteriorate. You can tell your reflexes get a little slower. Um, obviously, your metabolism slows down. You have to put in more work in the gym sometimes. And let's just face it, your body just changes.
Mhm.
And you can see that even, I mean, even the seasoned athletes, it just happens. So you can imagine as a boxer. I mean, when Mike Tyson won the championship, he was what, 20, 21, I believe. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
there
so.
was a huge difference between 21-year-old Mike Tyson and 31-year-old Mike. Mike Tyson was washed up. I don't want to say fast. He also got railroaded. I mean, he had a lot of his prime stolen from him by
Yeah, but
fake
by what?
judicial system. He was railroaded. Now that's the one thing that's not brought up. Also, Trump, and that's why he and Donald Trump are very close. Donald Trump was backing Mike Tyson when he went through his trials and tribulations, and they've remained friends for years.
Donald Trump is the goat.
Oh Lord, yeah, he sounds like a goat.
Donald Trump.
It's
Donald
like
Trump
never
is
before. If he says that one
very
more time,
handsome president.
handsome.
He should be in a GQ magazine. Yeah.
Okay, well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. My
But
new
he,
favorite color is orange.
I mean, he's done some good things.
So a lot of
And
good
you know,
things.
as I said, he's done some good things.
He's doing a lot of good things.
Nope, I'm not going. I'm not going. But he's on. I tell you what, he's on point when it comes to the border patrol. He's on point with that. He's on point as far as Venezuela. I'm not sure about Greenland. That part,
Greenland is important to our national security. We need Greenland. Let us
why?
take the country. We need Greenland.
Why?
Because we do.
You have to come up with a better answer than because we do.
Okay, all right now. Maybe my dog in the back room. She don't like this conversation. Mm. I feel like cooking. Why aren't you talking? Hello? What happened? Oh, there you
Oh my
go.
goodness, what happened to me?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I was wondering what happened. Now my device is acting wacky. Isn't that terrific?
Yeah, mine Wi-Fi's acting up.
Oh, there, my brother Red Wings hockey.
Lord.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my goodness. You know, Rocky Marciano is the most overrated boxer of all time. And they always want to bring him up when they talk about being the greatest heavyweights. Yeah, Joe Louis was old. I remember that. That was that was coming to America. Oh no. Yeah, Mike, you're right. Mike Tyson was 19. I know that's still a record. Um, obviously he's from Brownsville, aka Brooklyn, but he was raised by Customato in the Catskills. They had to get him away from there. But of course, who do I see lurking? Not Mr. Carruthers. Oh gosh. So now I get to get jumped on by both Chicago people. Isn't that terrific? Oh boy. This could have been a worse week. The Bears, but I did now, unfortunately, I did choose the Bears. Or should I say fortunately, because my picks were dreadful last week, which is another reason why Mr. Carruthers is here. He's gonna just gloat.
It's funny. Mm,
Why is this phone acting crazy today? If you
okay.
want to hit the link, Mr. Carruthers, you're more than welcome to do so. You know that. And if anybody wants to do that, or if not, then I might
Alright,
have
guys.
about 5 minutes left
I know.
because I'm pretty much running on fumes here.
I'm running on fumes too. I'm just trying to hurry up and cook. Sorry. I know it's loud. Can you hear me or no?
I do hear you. What are you fixing? I know I'm just being nosy now.
My son wants chili, so I'm making some chili.
Oh my god, he
Yeah, my son always wants chili. He wants chili or tacos. I'm like, okay, everybody's gotta have chili.
he miss.
Eat
I
taco.
mean, we're crying out loud.
That's all he
Oh,
wants.
bless his heart. God bless him.
Mm. I was like, Harvey, tonight I want you to eat McDonald's. And he's like, man, I went McDonald's. So I was like, so I didn't feel like cooking, but it's okay. I cook for my baby. Yeah.
My phone doesn't like me. Isn't that terrific? Oh,
Somebody
you're in.
did.
Oh, not another cooking challenge. Gee whiz. Not another one.
Somebody's doing a cooking challenge.
Uh, no, I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind doing another cooking challenge. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I
What
have to
cooking
redeem
challenge?
myself. I can't.
What cooking challenge are you talking about?
Now, I have no idea. Now, I haven't heard anything yet. From what I hear, Dean Misto and Jay Dunn are working on it. From what I hear, I have no idea.
I don't know. That's what Jay Dunn said, and I can't remember if I was on Jay Dunn's chat or Demas's stream. I think it was Jay Dunn's chat. I'm not sure. And she said she'd reach out to you or me. I don't know if she has your contact information, but
Oh, it would more than likely be you. You know, no one reaches out to me. No one likes me.
nobody likes me either. So apparently, I'm the
Oh
villain.
Lord,
I'm the big bad wolf. Yeah,
you could never be the villain. You know that.
I can be the villain. Villains are something. Where's my cheese?
Wait a minute.
Do I need to
You're
plug in my
still
phone?
done over the Steelers? No, you're not as done as I am. Did you watch my rant against the Steelers? Oh man, I was in rare form that day. I didn't know Rob was so I knew he knew a little bit about basketball. I knew he did. I didn't realize he was that knowledgeable. He was really good. I have to give it to him.
I think they are planning this cooking challenge. I told her just make it something I can eat. That's right. And she said that she hopes that you're in your own kitchen, in your own space. Hello? I don't know what happened, Claude. I can't see the chat, y'all, because I'm cooking. So I don't even know what else to do. Hello? Hmm. So I hope that y'all okay. I'm making some chili. I don't know what happened to him. Okay. Let's look at chat. I'm not going to get up there now, especially with my buddy not there. Who's your buddy? Who's your buddy? I don't know where Claude is, so should I just talk about all about myself? So I think that Claude has some interesting views about these ICE protests. I do feel that it is not good for our country and it's not a peaceful protest. We agree with that. Brother Claude, did you not discuss should we join in a protest or not? Well, since Claude's not here, I could take that over. No, we should not join in the protest. Those protests do nothing for us. People voted for Donald Trump because there was a problem with illegal immigration. That's why. Oh, he's back.
I got kicked out of my own damn live stream. People hate me for real.
I had it.
You're not going up there because of. Yes, I did discuss should we join the protest or not. That's in my. That was the live stream that I did prior to this one. Oh my goodness, I did 3 live streams today. I just realized that. Oh, Jerome MacArthur, how are you?
Hey, Jerome.
Yes, I certainly did, and my thing is we have no business being down there. Absolutely no, not. I think we as foundational Black Americans would be absolute fools to put ourselves in harm's way. Oh, you so funny, Mister. You know what? You're not slick, Mister Carruthers. Again, just my opinion. Especially you're going down there messing with them
Right
and
about
spitting
that.
in their face and throwing stuff. That's so stupid.
You're so right. And you need to speak. Hi, Jerome. You need to speak more about stuff like that. Um, it's just not our fight, and and it's not a peaceful protest when you start putting hands on these ICE agents and you want to cry. And some of these are paid agitators. They're paid to be there. Um, yeah, it's just not okay. You can't go looking for trouble, and then when you find trouble, you fall apart. That's what I say.
How many times do they tell us, "Oh, you need to comply"?
Hmm?
I mean, it's the same. In fact, it's even more stupid. You they warned this idiot beforehand. What was her name? Karen, whatever.
Robin Good.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? But
May she rest in peace. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not even gonna touch it.
Why can't I say may she rest in peace?
No, no, I'm just saying that. No, I'm talking about for myself because
Oh, I thought
I
you
have
was
a little
being
dark
being genuine.
I have a little dark comedy in me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I was being genuine.
No, you were fine.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
was talking about me.
I don't make fun of the deceased now.
No, I mean,
But you put yourself in these situations
well,
and you don't like the results. These ICE agents aren't playing with you. Mm?
well, when you hit an ice agent with a truck. I mean, I don't see good things happening in their future. I'm just saying. Done my
She nicked
protesting
him
way
and he
back.
nicked her back.
Well, I tell you what, Mr. Carruthers, I'm pretty sure you weren't stupid enough to drive in, drive a SUV in the so-called peaceful protest with the police department. Pretty sure that didn't happen, and we wouldn't have to. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This is a fascist administration we have at the moment. Trump is a convicted felon, and his cabinet is not
Trump is not a
qualified enough.
convicted. Oh Lord, Trump is not a convicted felon. In that way, there's a lot of people illegally convicted, and he's not a fascist. The nerve of you! You could have been like, I just feel that that's the kind of propaganda we do not need, and yeah, that's all I would say about that. Go ahead, jump panel.
Yeah. Oh, Renee Good. That was her name? Okay. Thank you so much. I had no idea what
Renee, I'm sorry.
her name is.
I think I said Robin, but I meant Renee.
Thank you. Well, you know I'm not a Trump fan. He's ah. But he's done certain things right and he's done certain things wrong. But I call it out on both sides. You know I do. He's a convicted felon. Look it up. Listen, I know he had several. You know what? Let me. I'd say I've been having trouble with one device. Now I got a mess with another one. Isn't that terrific? Let me check it out though, because I want to know what he was convicted of. What was Donald Trump? Was Donald Trump convicted of anything, and what was he convicted of? Okay. Oh, what? Oh, he was indicted. But those are old. It's not indicted and indictment and conviction are two different things. What was Trump convicted of? Because I do want to look that up. He was convicted of 34 felonies a year ago, and he's still battling the case. Hold on. Okay, this is as of, oh, this was from last year, May 30th. A jury of 12 New Yorkers convicted Donald Trump for falsifying business records as part of an alleged hush money scheme to influence the 2016 election. The conviction left an indelible mark on him, making him the first president or former president to be found guilty of a crime. Is it propaganda when Trump says he's going to? No, he literally did say he was going to take over Greenland. Okay, he was found guilty on 34 felony counts after prosecutors alleged that he engaged in a scheme to boost his chances during the 2016 presidential election through a series of hush money payments. Oh, that's the Stormy Daniels thing. Okay. And then falsified business records to cover up the alleged criminal conduct. Yeah, that was Alvin Bragg, who was the DA. I have no idea who the DA in New York is now. Yeah, I remember this. That was the Stormy Daniels thing. So he did hold it, but you said he now see misunderstood. Now this is where you said that he didn't cheat on his wife. He
When did
absolutely
I
cheated on
when
his
did I
wife
say when did I
with
say
Stormy
that?
Daniels. He cheated
When
on
did
his
I
wife
say
with
that?
Stormy Daniels,
No.
the porn
Oh,
star.
says who? Says who?
Says who?
Mhm.
That's why he paid her.
No, that's not why you paid her. You paid her because sometimes just the allegation is enough to tarnish your name. And for some people that's wealthy like that, it's just better to pay them. But no, he did not cheat. And he's still married. And who are we to judge his
Well,
marriage? And Melania is
well,
happy
she
she's still
chose to
there.
stay with him. I mean, Clinton
Because
cheated on his wife, and Hillary
if
stayed
you
with Bill. I mean,
can't
let's
just
be
leave your
fair.
partner, you people, a lot of things go through a marriage, happens in a marriage. And I'm not here to debate Donald Trump, one of the greatest presidents that this country has ever had.
Oh,
I'm just here to
let's
say
let's
that
pump the brakes
I
here.
look at the good in people and I don't try to find all the flaws because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your success. You are responsible if you make it in this country or not, and you can't expect anybody to do the work for you, whether you're Republican or Democrat. Nobody's coming to save you.
All I did was provide facts. I looked it up, did I not? That's all I did.
I can name a lot of people that was convicted, wrongfully convicted. So we're not going to act as if the judicial system is not flawed.
Oh,
Hmm?
I didn't say it wasn't flawed, but
Justice for
we
Donald Trump.
already. But how many
Donald
times
Trump.
are?
Justice for Donald Trump. But he has made the biggest political comeback
Oh
in
no,
this
no.
history.
Listen, if I hear him say it's been like never before anymore, jeez,
Donald Trump is
he
amazing. I don't know, understand. Some of you have Trump derangement syndrome so bad that you can't even see straight. And
Trump
Donald Trump is trying.
derangement syndrome.
Yeah, that's what it's called. This thing. Now look that up. So people can't think or see straight because of their hatred for a president.
I don't. Listen, he's not important enough for me to hate him. That's too much.
Honestly,
That's too much energy.
I'm not here to,
I don't
debate
like the
about
guy, but I don't hate him. That's a little much. That's a stretch.
everybody
Is he
likes him.
annoying? Yes.
He's not annoying. He's
Oh, he's absolutely annoying.
he's very he's
We've
very
seen things that
humble
never
for a president.
before.
He's
Yeah,
very
that's
humble.
annoying.
Very humble.
Oh,
And
he's
he's doing
far from
things
humble. That
to
now you've lost that one. He's anything but humble.
well,
He
that
has.
could have been a
Oh
speech, but
gosh,
that one
he's far from humble.
okay.
There's man. Listen, you could argue anything else. He is far from humble. He can't keep his mouth shut 5 minutes. Be nice. Jeez. I mean, talk about pride before the fall. He's so arrogant it's sickening.
Okay, There's a lot of people cheat and stay together.
Well, again, and to be fair, because you have to bring, I can't talk about one without the other. I mean, we all know that Clinton cheated on his wife, and they're still together. So
People are dumb if they leave their marriage because everybody you leave your marriage and then you have problems dating. I wouldn't do that. I'll stay with my husband. So just work it out. Depends on how bad it was.
hey, listen, I can't speak for them. I know I was happily married. That was fun. Now, see, here's the one thing. The Unfortunately, I have to agree with MU on this one. The Epstein files things. It's so much more than Trump. It's sickening. There are so many people in the Epstein files. Chris Tucker's in the Epstein files. I mean, it's what degree of peoples are in the Epstein. It's not only the people in the Epstein files, and to what degree are they in the Epstein files. There's a lot of the Clintons are in the Epstein files. So let's be careful with the Epstein files. And I would love for them to be released. They do need to be released. But there's a lot more than meets the eye when it comes to the Epstein files. What used to be Prince Andrew, how that worked out for him. Oh, like I said, they should release them all. I would have no problem. I think full transparency would be great for a change.
You guys should have been crying about that during the Biden administration. Nobody wants to hear it now.
I thought I was more than fair. I thought it was absolutely more than fair
You were. I was talking
because
to.
The Clintons used to hang out
I was
with
talking to you.
Epstein along with Trump. They all hang in the same damn circle,
I agree.
and that's why I don't go too crazy with Democrat or Republican. It's the
Neither do I.
same filthy bird.
That's why I refuse to go full crazy for either side as well.
So yeah, we
It's
do
just
need justice for those girls. I agree with that. I mean, all those victims. Now, the problem with Marjorie Taylor Greene is she was kissing Trump's fanny so much, and then she turned on him quicker than a plug nickel. She was dreadful. I was never a fan, never a fan. But I digress. Now, see, somehow we ended up on politics anyway.
yeah. I just
I
I'm
did
for
try to avoid it. I wanted a lighthearted live stream today. I already did my hard hitting ice thing. Did uh,
you know.
the Trump campaign on releasing the files? Yes or no? He did ask for the files to be released. He did say that. Oh, now you want the link? The nerve! I have to bother Mr. Carruthers because I'm going to hear an earful later on. I did drop the link, but I will drop it again. Just a moment. And you can check my community page also, Mr. Carruthers, but I'm going to drop it once again. And there it is. So you should be able to drop down on the chat. Your thoughts on the Epstein files, Emil?
Um, you're not gonna get what I made chili. You're not gonna get what you want from them if they wanted it released. Yeah, come eat. If they wanted it released, they should have done it during the Biden administration. Uh, that's my thoughts on it.
Okay. All right. Well, we actually pretty much said the same thing. You do realize that, right? I don't know if you find that scary or not, but we did pretty much say the same thing.
Oh, you're coming around.
What do you mean I'm coming around? I, I stand where I stand. To
I'm
be
almost
honest,
done.
I've never changed on that.
God, I'm almost done
No, I
cooking.
appreciate that, my brother.
Yeah, I'll buy you the captaincy. I have to promise that you play with. I have to. I have to. I'm not done. Okay, I'm
You know
sorry.
what? One thing I've learned when I'm, in being in charge of certain things, and that's something that I'm very prideful of. I would never ask anybody to do something that I wouldn't do myself. Oh my goodness. Is that my favorite judge? Yes, it is. Hey, TMO, how are you? She said, well, you see her. With oh my goodness, no. Oh, there he is.
Oh yeah, I had to get on a device to where
Oh, you said you weren't
work.
coming on.
Yeah,
Boo.
yeah, yeah. I had to get on a device. It wasn't Borgen. It wasn't getting out of it and all that good stuff. Like I've always said, and people have said in life, politics makes strange bedfellows. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now, about those fighters or
Which fighter?
basketball players or whatever.
Oh, my friend.
Uh,
TCOG, my man. How's everything? I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead,
go
Mr.
ahead, go
Crowder.
ahead, go ahead. It's
Oh
great to
no,
have
no. I had to acknowledge
great
my
to have
brother over here. I had to acknowledge him.
TCO. Yeah, TCO, great. He was up here with us the last time.
Oh, that was fun. That was a fun live stream.
It was fun. Oh, excuse my manners. How you doing, MU? How you doing, darling? Oh, MU.
Okay, thank you. I'm doing
I think she's cooking. She's cooking, so
Yeah, I heard her say she was making chili. It must be kind of cold out there.
well, I guess if you consider 60 degrees cold. In New
Well,
York, it's about 10 when you factor in the wind chill. It's horrible
well,
here.
well, yeah, it's 31 degrees with the wind chill. We're down to like 27. So I don't know. It depends on where you live and how long you've been living here too. So
oh, you said it's 23 degrees in Pittsburgh, PA, huh?
mm,
Yeah.
well, that's cold. That's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, man. I feel
Yeah.
warm though. I have plenty of heat. I'm good. But go ahead, Mr. Carruthers.
No, I was it just interests me how we have everybody has such difference of opinion now that the world has changed and politics are really different and that protesting stuff. The only thing I'm going to say about the protest and all that, I wish and I hope and I pray that Black people do not get involved with this kind of stuff.
Thank you. Oh God, we agree on something.
Mm-hmm. And the main reason why I say that is because the chickens have come home to roost.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not our fight. It's Mr. Carruthers. We're not illegal. This is our country as much as anybody.
True.
What the hell are we fighting for? And here's another question. Have you seen these people fight for us?
Haven't seen it.
Name
Well,
one,
okay.
please.
Let me go back to. I have to go back to the early '60s when this civil rights. Now, there's a difference between civil rights and immigration. Okay,
That's totally different. But go ahead.
right. See, that's what I'm saying. Today, it's about immigration.
Yeah,
40
it has
years
nothing to do
ago,
with us. Nothing.
nothing. 40 years ago, it was about civil rights, civil liberties, even getting women the right to do certain things. But now it seems like the women have forgotten also that without those liberties, they wouldn't have the powers that be to do the things that they do now. And let's face it, it's always been the powers that be that tried to govern people, keep them under wraps, and keep them bogged down in a bunch of bull crap that we really don't need. Let people live to be people. If a woman wants a right to have an abortion, why not? I agree with that. But I also believe in life. If that's their choice, you give them that choice. But he's gone in so far now to taking that choice away from women. Why? Because there's some women that believe in the right, that they believe they have the right to an abortion. He don't believe that. There's some women believe that they do have a right. So that's divided right there. Some women believe that women should choose for themselves. Those that don't believe it, they're going to be on the side. Well, once you have that fetus and all. No, 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 no. It's their bodies. It's their minds too. Their mindset. Like I said, people are too eager to push upon another person what they consider rightful things in the human race. I never agreed with when they came up with certain laws. I never agreed with them, but the majority that did, once they found out, hey, it's hurting me or it's doing something to me, they came against it. You know, people have to think on their own. They don't, and you don't think the same way. Nobody thinks the same way. You can always find fault in everything that's done. You know, so people be mindful of what you think and how you think and when you think it, because even you, Miss MU, being a black woman, you still have strikes against you. You may not think so, but you do have strikes against you, my dear, out there. And it's
Please
because
don't assume that I don't know that. I know that I have strikes against me, but I just
okay,
don't know
and
why.
some of
That's just
that is
absolutely
caused with,
hold
and
on.
some of that
You
is
gotta have
caused
some.
with
You gotta have
Donald
some
Trump
self control.
administration.
You gotta have some
Some of
self
it
control.
is
You
going to
gotta
be
have some self control. I didn't even get to finish my thought, Miss Brothers.
no. Well,
So
see that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't let me finish my thought when you came in talking about Donald Trump. Now, what I'm saying is some of those things that Donald Trump is putting up on the books and on the boards are going to hurt you, not only as being a black woman, but being a woman, period. That's it.
what's gonna hurt me? Tell me. What policy is gonna hurt me?
Obviously, you don't know that things that Donald Trump has put in motion will stop you from being able to get that job or that career you might want as a woman.
Nope,
You
not
don't
true.
know
What policy is
uh,
that? What policy is that? That's
the
that fear mongering.
policies that
Let me get you together real quick. What
DOJ
do?
policy.
What
DOJ
policy?
policies was created.
Gonna get in trouble.
Okay, yeah,
That's the
look it
problem
up.
because
Look it up.
I'm gonna get in
I'm
trouble.
not gonna bring
It's gonna be
Uncle
up to
Claude. I
me.
really didn't come in to bring in the
Whoa,
politics,
whoa.
but it
Well,
seems
you
to me
brought me up. You brought me up, and you
if you
brought up
don't
what
know,
I'm not going to be good. And I do know, but the problem is you can't articulate your thought, and all you can say is, "Well, look it up. Well, look it up."
oh,
Why are
now
you looking
Steve,
it
now
up?
you're trying to be insulting. I can't
I'm not being
articulate
insulting.
mine, but you get mad and will cut off a live when people try. You get angry and cut off a live when people are trying to have a discussion.
What
You don't
lives have
want
I
to
ever cut
discuss it.
off?
Your
What
way
lives
is
have
the
I cut
right
off?
way.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. When have I said that?
MU,
Mm.
MU. Trump is going to hurt you in the long run. That's all I'm going to say about it. You can believe in him, you can worship him as God, as a whatever you want
Whoa,
to worship him
whoa,
as.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
But
No, hold on. No one's
when it comes
worshiping
to this
Trump here. No
country,
one's doing that. Let's pump the
well,
brakes.
that's what it
Fine, I
sounds
can.
like. That's what it sounds like,
No
Uncle
one,
Claude.
no
A lot
one's
of people say
worshiping. No
no
one's
man is an
worshiping
idol.
Trump.
When you talk about this man like he's an idol, that's worshiping to me. No man is an idol. In the long
That's
run,
what I
he's going
talk
to get
about.
this
Like
country in a lot of bull crap that it's going to take a lot of people to get out of. We're going to end up losing a lot of innocents' lives over some crazy bull crap that he wants to do. It's like taking over Greenland. What damn business do he have wanting to take over Greenland? And why did he make the statement that he's the
what's
president
Greenland?
of Venice? Why did
It
he
is
make the
Greenland.
statement that he was president of Venezuela? Come on.
Listen, Donald Trump says a lot of things for shock value, just like he said was going to take over Gaza. I think some people need to relax a little bit. We have Maduro. There's going to be a trial, and that's it. Don't commit crimes against the United States if you don't want to be arrested by the United States.
Oh gosh. Good morning, TC. I just seen you up there, dear. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm here schooling the panel again. I think that um
Uh,
I think that number one, I do not worship Donald Trump. Okay, he happens to be the commander in chief. I was just as vocal, maybe not just as vocal when Obama was in office because I didn't have the platform that I do now. But I was vocal. I was supportive over Obama. I didn't hear you guys say, "But misunderstood. Your voice is too extreme about Obama." No, I supported the person in office, but you guys don't like to talk about my support for Obama. We got
you
into
may
a
have,
Who's you guys? Stop.
yeah.
no,
One
no,
moment. Who's
no
you
one
guys?
talked about no one. Okay, let's not get in our feelings too much. No
No, I
one
was
talked.
asking who's you guys.
There's too many people for me to name, so obviously, if the shoe doesn't fit, then don't wear it. But I did talk about Obama. I talked about Jasmine Crockett. I talk about those. I make videos on them. I just report the news, and I try to keep my news very nonpartisan. But Right now, Donald Trump is in office, so obviously I'm going to focus on Donald Trump. But if whether he, um, uh, regardless if it's a Republican or a Democrat president in 2028, I will still be following the news and playing clips of the president. So that's what I don't understand. I think that I'm very misunderstood because I'm going to follow the policies. And until we can stop dividing ourselves between Republican and Democrat and all those things, we're never going to have a solid conversation.
Now, this is an interesting question here. Let me go back to it. Now, Mariah Recordings, you bring up an interesting point. Why doesn't the man have a say-so in abortion? Because without the seed from the man, you have no baby. Anyone's thought?
Well, a man doesn't have, a man puts himself in that position not to say anything because of the way the laws are stated. But if it was my wife or my girlfriend, I know I have a right to say, hey, look, we're going to have this child. But I also have sense enough to know if the labor or the pregnancy is going to cause her some ill will, then she has that right to abort that baby. Okay. So, and that's another thing. People don't sit down and communicate with each other as a couple. They don't talk about those things that are important. And having a child is important.
Hey, I'll be right back, you guys. I'll be right back.
Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also, now here's the thing, too. Now, the abortion thing has come back to bite a certain element of people because their birth rates are slowing down. So that's come back to bite them. Of course, they won't bring that up. But that's also why they're pushing another agenda. But we won't even go there, will we?
No, you know what? Like I said, it's left up to two individuals that are having that child. Do they want to have it? Don't have it. You know, we try to impede our rights to everybody else's rights, and everybody else's rights is not the same as ours. You know, regardless to if you're a man, female, woman, man, heterosexual, gays, or whatever. No two people's rights are the same because it wasn't written that way. Hell, even our rights wasn't written the same when we were here.
Our rights weren't written in the first place, but that's another story.
That, hey, when I say it like that, you know, people say, "Well, what are you talking about?" Well, look at your Constitution.
It's still 3/5 of a human. Please don't get me started with that, Mr. Carruthers.
Yeah, but
how many times have we talked about that?
Mm-hmm.
Where the whole Constitution needs to be rewritten. Period.
Yeah, it should have been rewritten well over 200 years after it was founded.
See? Yeah, I mean, all they do is just amend things.
They add articles.
And those things should always be repealed. So that's the biggest joke in the world. Oh, we got rights now. No, we don't. We're always one or two votes away from that getting repealed. Please.
Yeah.
It's sickening. Don't get me started with that. Don't get me started with that.
I sometimes wonder. People want to talk about the past, but nobody talks about the future. You see what I'm saying? What is the future holding for us when we look at the way the economy is, when we look at the way how people are so divided, the country, the world itself is divided. So what about the future of that?
Now, this country's been, and before anybody starts with, Donald Trump has divided the country more than this country has been divided way before Trump even got thought of. So let's be careful with that.
Yeah, and
then people are more emboldened now, but they were more emboldened when Obama came out. But I digress. Go ahead, Mr. Carruthers.
No, I'm just saying another thing about that is we have the internet now. We have these phones that can communicate all around the world. People talking to each other from around the world. Back then, nobody could communicate like that. The only thing you had was a party line. And a lot of party lines is doing like they do on the internet now. Get on there, listening to what other people say, joining in on the conversation. But if they don't agree with that person, then they want to get in their fifis. You see what I'm saying?
No, I
So,
never did the party line thing, but I digress. Go ahead.
Lord. Well, anyway, back in the day, you could pick up your phone and listen to some two parties on the phone talking about the neighbor up the road. So let's not be, let's act like that didn't happen. It's happening now. People get on the phone. What they do, instead of dialing up somebody, they'll record them and then play it back to the person that they recorded. You see what I'm saying? So we shoot our own selves in the foot. That's why it's not good to have a lot of people that want to get up there and gossip about things when they really don't participate in the things that we should, as a nation. Remember this now, I said this, as a nation, to better ourselves.
Oh, Margaret Sanger started Planned Parenthood. Yes, I remember. I know that, unfortunately, all too well. And I want to say it. I want to tell a story, if you allow me to. And that was about 20. In fact, I was 20 years old, and I was working at the motor insurance company, which was a division of General Motors. That used to, like, if you didn't have insurance for your car and you had a GM car, that's the insurance that they would have for you. And me and this young lady became very good friends. And she asked me to go with her because I guess the guy that she was with wouldn't go with her because he wanted to get divorced. Just one moment. Oh, misunderstood is back. And I'm glad that you are back because I want you to hear the story. And it's about me and this young lady. I went with her. She asked me to go with her because we became pretty close friends.
Okay.
And she was having an abortion. I guess the person that she was with, they were no longer together. And he would not go with her to get the abortion. And she wanted me to come with her as a support system. And let me tell you something. Oh, my brother. Okay, let me add you onto the stage as well. Thank you, TCOG. Thank you for joining me. And but let me tell this story real quick. Long story short, if you've ever been to an abortion clinic, it is just like these so-called peaceful protests in some ways. You really put your life in your own hands when you go to these abortion clinics because they're under attack 24/7. They really are. And this one person was marching. She came out from whatever area that she was in, came right up to my friend, damn near grabbed her and begged her, please don't kill the baby, ma'am. Don't kill the baby, ma'am. Now, remember, I'm only 20 years old. Now, she's slightly older than me, but she couldn't have been any more than 23, 24 years old. She was traumatized after she did that to her. But I was there to console her and let her know that everything was going to be okay. And we made it through that, and I was able to take her home. And it took her about a week to recover physically. I don't think she ever recovered mentally. So I understand both sides of the spectrum. When a woman says my body, my choice, it really depends on what situation. But here's the problem. To me, you to go backwards and take away the fundamental right of Roe v. Wade, then you're going back to, and you know this as well as I do, Mr. Carruthers, when they used to have the wire hanger abortions. And we know how many people lost their lives due to that. Do we really want to go backwards to that? I think not.
How you guys
Anyone
doing?
else's thought?
How's everybody doing?
We
Oh,
hang
doing,
in there, shooting the
doing great.
breeze.
How are you, sir?
Hanging in there. These kind of conversations. I think at the age of 10, I told my son to cover up. 10 years old.
Mm.
Now wait a minute. They said fathers don't do their job right. We don't want. They don't want to give us no credit. My son is 35. He has no kids, but I laid the groundwork out about the pluses and minuses, and I gave him this: get in where you fit in. If you don't fit in there, don't get in there. And he that's embedded in him. So when I hear the brothers don't look after their kids and they don't, I get tired of hearing that. That's a bad rap on black men.
It's a stereotype, you know that. I mean, come on,
Everything is, when it comes to
please.
black people, I think everything is stereotypical. So, I've watched it all my life for 75 years of my life. I've been watching since they had black and white TV and all that good shit. We've always been stereotypical. Even when we had good black comedies on TV, they found some fault in us as black people. And I can go way back to Amos and Andy.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm as old as you. I'm 69. I'll be 70 in March.
Mhm.
So I always give my son a story about the way it was when we were growing up to now. History is repeating itself, and these people today don't see that.
No,
I do.
I see
I,
it. I definitely see it.
and they say, "What do you mean by that, OG?" I says they're trying to take everything away like they did to us before, and y'all are too blind. You got blinders on.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't see that.
Oh,
But the problem is this: people are too stagnant. Just like with that SNAP benefits, they started messing with that, and people start scrambling. Back in them days, people weren't lazy like that. If they even got a clue something was going to happen, they were out there stockpiling food and doing what they could to feed their families. They wasn't around here scrambling and complaining. That's not the way it was back then. But look at now. You got caught short because you didn't expect the unexpected. And that's what people got to expect in life. Expect the unexpected because it's going to happen. Not everything is for sure. And some people got to wake up and realize that. But all I get is, all you OGs don't know nothing. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. So I just shut up and don't say nothing.
yeah. Sometimes it's best to keep your mouth shut because the parallels are too close. In the '60s we had Vietnam. Now we got Venezuela. So what's the difference? They
Yeah.
were going over to Vietnam to what? Take over and because Vietnam was rich in what? Minerals. Venezuela rich in what? Minerals. You
Oil.
know,
Mhm.
minerals, oil, be
We
it
have no
all.
business in Vietnam either. Let's call that a thing. My God. I mean that and let's be fair, Kennedy screwed up so bad with the Bay of Pigs, screwed that up. Nobody wants to bring that up either because they want that
Yeah, because
Camelot thing to keep
yeah,
going.
but
And
no, but it
tell me I'm
was.
lying, Mr. Carruthers.
You have
Stop me
to
when I'm
think
lying.
about it. Well, wait a minute, Uncle Claude. Now you have to think about back then. There was the atomic age coming along. It's been coming along. Everybody had atomic missiles. Even
Yeah, that
Cuba
was the beginning of the Cold War. I remember that. Go ahead.
even Cuba had them. Wait a minute now. Even Cuba had them.
Yes, I
When
know that.
Russia and Cuba decided to join together, what did Kennedy do about that?
Yeah, that was the Bay of Pigs. How'd that work out?
Okay, it worked out well. Did Russia go over to Cuba? Did Russia go over to Cuba?
He failed miserably.
Did Russia get
That's one of the
into
reasons we ended up in Vietnam, Mr. Carruthers. He failed. He failed. Russia ended up giving Cuba millions of whatever their currency is. They failed miserably. The Bay of Pigs. One of the reasons we went to Vietnam, he failed. People have this idyllic reminiscence of John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy, he didn't like us, and he was a clown
No,
towards black people.
hold it.
He was
Hold it.
horrible.
Just hold it. Let's not say he didn't like us. Nobody ever liked us, being black people, period.
No,
I don't give a darn
I
if it was
get that.
John F.
Hold
Kennedy,
on, Mr.
Richard
Carruthers. I get
Nixon,
that, but you
or
didn't let me
nobody.
finish. I understand that. What I'm pointing out is people have this idea that Kennedy was so great towards black folks. He
In a
was
way,
just, he was no different than President Lincoln was back in the day, as far as him quote unquote freeing the slaves. He was no different. No different. JFK was nothing. Well, again, the people have the ideal about Camelot. Camelot was not all it was cracked up to be. It
Well,
wasn't.
see, that's
go
like
ahead.
believing in fairy tales right now. That's what's wrong now. We believe in fairy tales. We all live happily ever after. That's a big ass lie right there.
Well,
We know for a fact when it comes to government, the people in government, whoever is in office, if the country loves them, they're going to love them no matter what. Okay.
yeah,
Just
well,
like Kennedy. Kennedy wasn't. Why do you think Kennedy was assassinated? Let's put that on the ropes. Why do you think he was assassinated?
there were several there were several reasons why he was assassinated. But go ahead, because that's more
Well,
your generation. Hold on, whoa. As I was about, see, there you go.
No,
That was more generation. That was more your generation than my generation.
okay. So
I have to defer to you when it comes to that.
Speak. Well,
I never said you couldn't. I never stopped you from speaking. But go ahead.
What I'm saying is, I could speak what I felt why Kennedy was assassinated, because like some people, there was one of your comments in there. Kennedy was for the black people, Uncle Claude. He was, and it wasn't just about Camelot or anything. It was about civil rights, the movement. That's what it was about. Then they put in Lyndon Baines Johnson. What did he actually do?
Hey, Sassy Francis, how are you?
Hey, Sansa Francis, what did Lyndon Baines do after Kennedy?
Well, he signed the Civil Rights Act in '64.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the only reason what was his statement once he did that, Mr. Carruthers? You should know this as well as I do. What did he say when he signed the Civil Rights Bill? What did he say?
I didn't. It didn't resonate with me. I didn't follow it like that because number one, during that time, I was getting ready to go into the war at Vietnam. Okay, so it didn't resonate with me too good.
Born in 1969, and I know.
So what did he say, Uncle Claude?
I'll be glad to tell you. Once I get this bill passed, the quote Negroes will be voting Democrat for 100 years. That's what he said. And
But that doesn't make that statement true, though. That doesn't make that statement true. Because there were a lot of people.
I'm telling you what he said, and that's what I did.
Well, that's what he said, but that doesn't make it true, though. It doesn't make it true. I've known a lot of people that voted Republican, even back in the 60s. But were we so divided?
For the most part, black people vote Democrat for the most part.
No, it's not for the most part.
For the most,
I don't think it's for the most part.
But Lincoln was a Republican.
Yeah, that was in the 18.
Right.
That was 1865 when he got assassinated, and that happened. He did that in 1863. I know that, but I'm saying the Civil Rights Act. At first, we had voted Republican. The shift came because of the Civil Rights Act. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead.
So the gentleman Cyril Weck, you ever heard of Cyril Weck? Cyril Weck was running for some office here, and I was on his campaign, and he was the coroner that they reached out to do an autopsy on JFK. He said when he got there to do the autopsy, guess what was missing? The brain.
The brain.
The brain was missing.
Right.
He said, what would his wife want to do with all that? That's evidence. That's stuff that he can go over that he never got a chance to. But he went over the whole thing. And he the way he said He's dead now, but he's got many videos on what he found out and everything.
Yeah.
And
There's been many videos that showed that Kennedy was not only shot from behind, he was also shot from the front.
exactly.
Now,
Did you see
Exactly.
the movie JFK, by the way?
I don't work. I don't care about that JFK movie
No, I was
crap.
asking you. I was
That's
just asking.
No, I
Hollywood.
never
I
seen it.
seen it. I seen it, but it's Hollywood. When I'm sitting there in real time and watching it,
Yeah, I seen it.
there-
Yep,
there's a
I remember
difference.
that. I remember
Yeah,
that on TV very vividly. I remember
very
that.
vividly. You don't forget
Yep.
things like that.
No.
Man's
Mm-mm.
brain scattering out from the back of a limousine. The movie
Yep.
only glamorizes stuff. They glamorize stuff for their own worth money. That's it.
Yeah, I
That's it.
remember that day. I'll never forget that. Right on TV. But it's funny you said about Vietnam because my brother died in Vietnam February 17th, 1970.
Oh my
So
God,
sorry.
I'm
So
sorry.
He was only 21 years old.
I'm
right.
very sorry.
And what gets me is, people they talk about that, and it doesn't bother me as much now as it did back then. But I said, I'm gonna live through him. I'm gonna have the sense of humor he had. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be out there trying to do things and help people because that's the way he was. But he was always a church person. He always went to church. Every Sunday he'd be in church. But he always had another side to him that was a very caring and loving side to him. And I said, you know what? That's the way I'm going to be. I'm going to be just like him and live through him. And it was tough, to go through that. It was tough because you could never find out what happened. They didn't want to tell you all that. We had to
Yeah.
do a lot of digging to find out what actually happened.
Yes,
And
sir.
he tripped on a landmine, and that was it.
You're right.
And
I'm
And
these kids don't know that. They're going in there. They don't know what to look for.
no.
You're fresh out of high school. What do you know? He was 21, fresh out of high school, graduated in '69, and gone in
Same
That's
year
when
I
I
'70.
was
did.
born. That's the year I was born, 1969.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, he
I
I'm
was
glad
only
that you brought that out, sir, because see, I have to sometimes I do have to defer to y'all because you guys were actually there when that happened. It's a totally different spectrum when you've gone through certain things, when you've been through it. There are certain things that you guys are going to have a different perspective and a better perspective because you actually lived through that era. So I have to defer to you guys.
we lived through the KKK. The KKK hung my dad's father.
yes.
Hung him.
Yes.
He hung
Yes.
him for not selling his property. When my aunt told me that, I had a hatred for white folks. And I had a hatred.
Thank
And
you.
every time somebody would bring that up, that would get me so emotional. And and they thought, well, no, you don't know because you were not there.
There.
You never
That's
been
right.
through, you may have been through things, but you never relived. This is why some of us know what was going on back then in the '60s and the protests and people getting, it was crazy. And then we lived through all that and we remember that. That's something we're never going to forget how they treated us.
Right.
You tell people that today,
Yeah, they won't
Yeah.
believe you. Half
no,
of
No,
they
them.
they
won't
won't
believe it.
believe it. Because I was born in the 50s.
Hey guys,
And
I'm
I
gonna
can
jump in the
remember.
chat though, but thank you for I'm gonna jump in the chat, okay?
Oh,
You
that's
guys.
all right, dear. I can remember in the 50s, 57,
Yep.
going to the show and having to go to the back of the show, riding a bus in the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Still, we wasn't allowed to drink out of water fountains. We
Nope.
go down south to go to Mississippi to visit my mom, going through Cairo, Illinois. Greyhound buses had curtains on them. Black
Yeah,
folks had
yeah,
to
remember
pull
that.
their curtains down. Yeah, to keep them from looking in the Cairo.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you brought that part up too, Mr. Carruthers. Um, remember, and if you remember when I was talking about some of my sports heroes,
mhm,
and I brought up Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
remember the Field of Dreams that they had? Was that I believe it was last year.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah, but I remember last year they actually, if I'm not mistaken, were in Birmingham, and they had Reggie Jackson there. And I remember very vividly how because he went through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could see the tears in his eyes when he was talking about Birmingham. And I remember it vividly also because I had read his autobiography, which was written by him with Mike Lupica.
Yeah, yeah.
And because Reggie Jackson was one of the first athletes that I was able to follow, because I had followed his career. I remember Reggie when he played for the Oakland A's and for a half a season with the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
People forget that.
Yeah, I remember.
But before he was called up, he had to play for Birmingham, the Birmingham A's, which was the AAA affiliate to the Oakland A's.
Right.
And he was talking about all the hell that players like him, Vida Blue, Bert Campaneris. Listen, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want to talk about ball players, what about Satchel Paige?
Yeah.
Well, of course, of course, that's the Negro League.
Mm-hmm.
That was the 40s.
We had a Negro. So you mentioned you said we had a league. Negroes had a baseball league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why in the world weren't they able to have a league like they have now?
You know why?
Listen, we Black Wall Street. Enough said. Every time we have something, and I'm gonna be honest. That's my next live stream. My next live stream, and I'm not gonna go any further than that. The next live stream I do, I'm gonna ask it straight out. Was Martin Luther, because it is Martin Luther King's birthday. It's really today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is
To
today.
celebrate the holiday on Monday. That also lets you know what a joke that these holidays are. His birthday is actually today. It should be during his birthday, but I digress. But I want to ask, was Martin Luther King Jr. a failure? I think I have every right to ask that. Was he a failure? Because you look at everything, and the reason he got killed was because he was coming for our reparations. But that's another chapter and another.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's more than fair to ask, was Dr. King a failure? When you look at everything that excuse my I think I'm catching a cold. That's the worst thing that's happening right now. But
that flu's going around. It's a dangerous flu out
there. Yeah, I can't have that around. I cannot have that around Mama Bolton.
Mama Bolton, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
cannot do it. I have to be really careful with that. Mm-hmm. But I asked that question because when you look at some of our people now, especially this younger generation,
mm-hmm.
I mean, some of our younger generations have lost their damn minds. I have to say it. I mean, it is embarrassing. Some of these young, I hate to use the N word, and I'm not going to use it here, but some of, I have to ask.
Say it like we used to say back in the day, black people. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we done had so many different names coming years, you know.
Dr. King is not a failure at all. Remember, this is the same Dr. King who told us that he led us into a burning house. So let's be careful with that.
Well,
I'm just saying.
The burning household was trying to, like people say, fit in where you don't belong. You know, so yeah, we were trying to be equal, but I didn't want to fit in that category. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just let me be equal as a black man, be able to go out and get a job, a decent job, earn a decent wage.
Right.
Yeah, but we had our own businesses back then. We
absolutely
we traded.
We had good black.
It was like we traded into businesses to work for somebody else. That defeats the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we ever had was stolen, or they went about stealing it, as they call legally, just like what is that young lady that started the hair care products?
Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker. Okay. The only thing that they want us to realize, try to say about Madam C.J. Walker, is that she was the first black woman millionaire. No. She was more than that. She was a pioneer in hair growth for black women.
Yes, she was.
You know?
He said MLK was cheating on Coretta like it ain't nothing. Why? Because who was the clown who said that? Because J. Edgar Hoover said so. Because he had a vendetta against Dr. King, and we know that.
Yeah, we know that. And for a person to repeat, and even for people to repeat that kind of stuff, even being black, to me, they're ignorant. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna say it like
I seen that online.
J. Edgar Hoover, that crossed. He didn't know who the hell he was. J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah,
I couldn't stand it.
They caught him walking around in a dress in the FBI office.
So that's why I said he's cross-dressing Steven Sipper. That's what he was.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing to that. Some of these people, we didn't have the internet back then.
I agree with that, Red Wings Hockey. He was out there.
Yeah. So what? So was everybody else. But the moment they get a hold of this stuff, and they wouldn't have access if they didn't have internet. We didn't have the internet back then.
No.
Now they want to expose all this stuff. What makes you any better than Martin Luther King? You act like you're so good and you want to bring out this man's dirt. You did dirt just like he did. What is the matter with people?
J. Edgar Hoover was worse than. Oh, please! Was King cross-dressing? No. Was he on his knees slurping and burping? No. I mean, please, give me a break. J. Edgar Hoover. And this is who the FBI, please. It was.
You know what? And
don't get me started with him.
To let all them people that marched with him tell that story, he went to hell.
I believe this robot guy is trolling. I believe this guy in this chat is trolling the hell out of people. You know what? I'm gonna ignore him. I really am.
Well,
you know, all that. Then he makes statements about King and all this, and then he want to talk about him. No, man. See, that's the younger generation for you. That's people that don't know better. That's people that don't know no better.
No, but you know what the issue is? Shut down that internet, and they had nothing. We had nothing back then. We didn't even have this, but we still made a way to take care of our families. We didn't have social media. We didn't have this crap. Right. They don't get it. They don't get it. We did better with less.
Now even our generation did that. I mean, geez, we were lucky to have Walkman. Are you serious? And you guys, I remember the transistor radio when I was little.
Yeah.
I
remember to a whole lot of radio programs before TV too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Radio was a big thing back then. So
when they had the fights on the radio, you listen to the fights on the radio.
Listen to the fights. I can remember sitting on my grandpa's lap listening to the White Sox play. Bob Elston was the broadcaster back then on White Sox radio. Yeah, those kind of things, and it was fun. It brings back things that, as a child, I realized, hey, it was a lot easier. As you get to be an adult, everybody holler about, I can't wait to get grown. Shit. Half of them still kids. To me.
That was the Junior song back in the 80s, remember? Mama used to say, take your time, right? Don't you rush to get old. Mama used to say. I had to get one in there.
You know what? But
even back then, they were telling people, hey, life is too short. Don't rush to do things. You know, they were telling, and they were
Diana Ross from the Supreme said that too. You can't hurry, right? You have to wait.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. All our songs back then that we grew up with had messages in them. Nobody paid attention. Temptation. Don't let the Joneses get you down. What do you mean by that? Keeping up with the Joneses is going to make your life a mess. Oh shit, man! We had meaning with them songs.
Yes,
today,
we did.
Oh my goodness, you can't even understand today.
You know, that's why I like doing my music on my channel, where I do shit from way back in the 50s, 60s, all the way up until the 80s. Because to me, after the 80s, songs got kind of rocky to me. You know,
I get it, but I think the last great, I think the early to mid '90s was the last great time for music. After that, it just, and you can see where it started to
Oh yeah.
deteriorate. Then I
Yeah.
get it, but
Mhm.
at least even then you had like decent groups. You had the Jodeci's, you had
Yeah.
Boys to Men,
Yeah,
you had Jagged Edge. Now, I mean,
Yeah.
everything is press a button, be a star.
Well, no, it's not
great.
that press the button be a star. What came about was, and like I said, this East Coast West Coast bull crap when they were disking each other, talking about who's so lady they done screwed and all this kind of bull crap. That's when it really came disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, I can't disagree with that. I can't, because there was a lot of conscious rap back in the day, because the rap music that came out in the beginning is totally different. This is not rap music now. This is,
No.
I don't know what you call this, especially that so-called drill rap. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. That's a joke.
Yeah.
And
Even
there was we had Brand Nubians. I mean, we had KRS-One. See, there was so much
Oh,
diversity in rap music. Now
Yeah.
everybody sounds the damn same.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about the same damn thing. It's totally different.
Mhm.
Because
Because
back and as an example, back in the days, for every Fresh Prince, you had Public Enemy, at least. You had, as I already mentioned, KRS-One. You had Big Daddy Kane. You had Rakim. You had Kool Mo D.
Mhm.
And then if you didn't feel that was your type of flavor, you had Kid and Play.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go to the female side of things, you had MC Light. You had Roxanne Shante. You had Queen Latifah.
You know, I was sitting at the table eating my lunch, and we were talking about something. And I said, what people need to listen to when James Brown put out that record, I don't want nobody to give me nothing. Open up the door and I'll get it myself.
Yeah.
You don't have people like that. They expect everybody to give them something. But he was sending a message to the black people. Don't be begging. Just open the door. I'll get it myself. People, they don't understand the music that we had back then that had messages to it. And we were tuned into the message. It's not just the music, but there was a message there that they were sending. All them groups were sending us messages, from Jackie Wilson to James Brown.
I'm not mad at you, Rob. Man, I'm not mad at you at all. Come on.
Oh man, I mean Jackie.
Well,
Wilson,
I also
Jackie
remember back in the day where James Brown, black and proud, that was a huge thing. And he also said that I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knee.
Yeah, but Jackie.
I mean, that is a huge thing.
Jackie Wilson.
And now it just doesn't. Yeah, that was Mr. Excitement, Jackie Wilson. That's how Motown got built, off of Jackie Wilson's record, because Berry Gordy wrote those records. Yeah, and he used his money to purchase Motown.
What did he say? I want a woman, I want a lover, and I want a friend.
I want a friend.
That's what he said. Yeah. That's exactly what he said. They don't understand that. What is all that?
Like I said, music brings back fond memories if you look at it that way. But you can't look at music every time somebody's yelling at a woman, she's a bitch, she's a hoe.
Right.
Drop that ass and all that. But what kind of...
Well, the women flipped it down. I mean, the women are more aggressive than men now.
It's women more aggressive. Both sides. Both sides are doing it. That's true.
I'm gonna be a super rap producer now.
Wait a minute now. You had women like Dinah Washington. Dinah Washington. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Even Jackie Wilson. We had women that sang beautiful songs. Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight.
Oh yeah.
We had women that sang them beautiful songs. See what I'm saying?
I guess I was too much in the I met BB King twice in person.
Yeah, I met Tyrone Davis in person.
After that, I was hooked. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't, because the songs had meaning, When
Yeah,
I
even the
first got,
blues,
yeah,
they say the blues is for downtrodden. No, it's not.
right,
Blues
right.
is for happy times, having fun. You see
Oh
what I'm saying?
man. But he said when I
Oh,
first got the blues, they brought me over on a ship. Men were standing over me a lot more with a whip. There's a
right.
message there.
Yeah.
They don't hear that. They don't hear
Mm,
it.
mm.
And that's what I'm talking about. That was music. But boy,
Yeah.
once I told
The
my mother,
lyric.
I'll never wash my hand again after. Oh
You were
my
thinking
goodness.
about Vietnam earlier. Also, that,
Mm.
in my opinion, and it's only my opinion,
And there's a lot
the
of songs.
greatest song of all time, to me, is "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That song was written because Marvin Gaye's brother also was in Vietnam,
Mm-hmm.
and he could tell the change in him when he came back. He was so shell shocked,
Yeah.
and he
Well, yeah.
wrote
Guys.
what's going on
Guys.
from
Yeah.
that, and also from the letters that he used to get from his brother while he was in Vietnam. And remember, he performed you know who sang the background to those songs, right? The Detroit Lions team.
Oh yeah, that's
Len
right.
Barney, Mel Farr
Oh
Sr.,
yeah.
those guys sang in the background for Marvin Gaye doing what's going on.
Mm.
And you can Google that if you like as well, because I remember I had the album. I used to have it.
No, I don't. I didn't get in. I didn't get in too deep to where I was worried about what sports people did, what singing. I'm talking about the natural artists, the real artists that we grew up with.
No, but I was just making the point that how far.
Do a lot of people know that Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions was actually with Jerry Butler and Curtis Mayfield?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
that
right.
was the original
They
Impression.
started out as the right.
Mm-hmm.
They started out together in Chicago.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
No, but I was making that point because they were so intertwined with the community. Because remember, those were the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Who was more Motown than Detroit?
Right.
They were intertwined with the community. That's why I brought that out like that.
Well, you know, Cuba Good Jr.'s brother or his dad was a lead singer.
Main ingredient.
Yes, exactly right.
I remember him very well.
Mm-hmm. That was a bad group too.
Yes, they were.
We have so much music. I still listen to that today.
Oh, yeah. I play it today. If they don't like it, that's too bad. I do it. I just go. I'm not. I'm not going back. I'm not coming up there where y'all that cussing out, acting a fool.
The 70s and 80s, the music was totally different. And the 60s, of course, too.
Well, it was totally different. What about Love Is Like a Baseball Game? 3 strikes you out. They don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, because now you don't even get 3 strikes.
Like I said, there's a lot of mixes or songs. Just go back and look at read the lyrics. Read the lyrics. They got lyrics printed out now. Go look at the lyrics of certain songs. You know. And they also made songs that were controversial, talking about Papa being a Rolling Stone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
oh Lord, that was something.
It was done with respectful what can I say? Lyrics. Respectful lyrics. Yeah.
Well, they told a story though. It was
where the heck is everybody? Why is there only one person? There should be 4 people.
What's that?
There should be 4 people on stage. I only see 1.
Well, that's your stuff. That's your stuff. We ain't got no control over that.
Yeah, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, you had to.
No, I didn't.
Well, try it again.
Still hear one another.
Try to pull us up again.
Nobody's removed from the stage. I didn't remove anybody by the stage.
Well, from
the stage, I did not do that.
You know what I say? Know what I say? It was the 3rd of September. Oh Lord. But you know what though? They was telling the story.
Yeah.
They were telling the story about what Papa was like. But people they really didn't listen to the words. They wanted the music. But now later on, they say, oh man.
No, everybody should be on the stage. Rob, are you there?
Yo, you get me?
Yes, I hear you fine.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
hear you, but we don't
Everybody
see
is on the stage. I just wanted to make sure because I only see
everybody's
one
stage, but you only
face
have
on the
one.
stage. That's why.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
but you only
I
have
don't
one
know.
person
Yeah.
up there.
Now you understand what I'm saying. Is showing one person, but when I'm looking at my controls, there are four participants there. I just wanted to make sure that everybody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're all here. It's just that not like you would normally have all four up there. They're not up there. That's all.
Yeah, which makes no sense to me. But
No,
Yeah,
hey,
I digress.
Nicole
that's
messed that up.
You blame
She
it.
did that. Yeah, she did it.
You blame it at
Misunderstood.
you. That's not
Yeah,
fair.
she did it.
all right. All right.
That's not
Leave misunderstood alone now, doggone it.
fair.
That's our buddy. You leave misunderstood alone. Doggone it.
Go
Leave
ahead.
misunderstood alone.
Go ahead.
She beat Uncle Claude cooking, so you know what's up.
Oh, I'm so sick of this dance. Oh gosh, I can't wait till the next one. Oh, I can't take it.
Yeah.
I'm not going into 2026.
Yeah, you let a lot of us good old men down, buddy.
Oh man.
You know, some of the best chefs in the world are men, but you spoiled it that day for us.
Yeah, he did. He really did. I was pissed off. I said, "What the hell, Claude? What the hell, man? You made up?" Because Claude was cocky. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna beat her, and I'm gonna do this, and I got this, and I got the food going." And this man disappointed me so damn bad. I was like, "Yo." I hit him up as soon as he lost it. I went in the comment section and said, "What the hell happened?"
The first thing was
Taylor flaked up. What can I tell you?
Oh my god!
It flaked up on me. I'll be paying for that forever. No, but go ahead, guys. What do you guys say?
We still care about you, Uncle Claude. Us men.
Yeah, I can feel the love.
We're gonna together.
Like a foot up my ass.
He lost the food and the Steelers lost. Ain't that something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's throw that
deadly combination.
Yeah. they still talking about it. I said, all week. I'll have to deal with this all week on this TV every day. Mike Tomlin, this. I said, let that man go. He's gone.
I don't think we'll see another black coach in Pittsburgh for another 50 years, man.
I told you what I did. I went on one of them podcasts with them white boys on there, and I says, you know what? I don't want Flores. I don't want Freeman. Y'all can get who the hell you want, because technically what was said was they run him out of town. And I think it was Rich Eisen that said it. Nobody wants to hear that. We need to fire him. Who would want to deal with that? But Rondé Barber said that Mike Tomlin told him.
I saw that, by the way.
Yeah, and he told him that's it. I'm not going to do it anymore.
He was tired.
He was tired.
Yeah, you can't.
But they were talking about. He said that early in the year that this was going to be. Remember, I said, I don't know if anybody was there, but I said in the beginning that Mike Tomlin was going to leave on his own terms, and if Mike Tomlin, even if he won the Super Bowl this year, he was leaving.
Oh yeah.
Because he was talking about it.
Yeah, but to hear people like Terry Bradshaw talk about him and to hear all that, that's just disgusting.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw needs to shut the hell up and get a clue. I'm sick of him. Remember, that's the one thing Hollywood was right about that. He couldn't spell cat without the C and the C and dumb mumble mouth bastard. Please.
So they were talking about Mike Tomlin's tree. I says Bill Cowher don't have a tree neither. Who coached under Bill Cowher? That's got a head coach.
Cowher doesn't even have a branch. Please.
Nobody.
He doesn't have a branch. And look where Bill Cowher started. He started with Marty Schottenheimer. How'd that work out?
Yeah, he did.
Please.
Yes, he did.
Marty Schottenheimer. How many Super Bowls did he get? Oh, he didn't even get the one. Gotcha. Oh, so please. He orchestrated this Cleveland Browns who couldn't even sniff one.
I said, y'all want to talk about Tomlin? His record's clean. What about Ben Roethlisberger? Y'all want to talk about that, huh? Man, them dudes got riled up in there.
Bill Cowher should have been fired with the 6 and 10 he gave us. And he destroyed Cordell Stewart's career.
Mhm.
He had no clue what to do with Cordell Stewart.
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to start Mike Tomczak. Mike Tomczak couldn't. Oh, God. But see, this is why Chuck Noll is the standard.
Yeah, this is why I'm not.
Because, and I'm not talking about the fact that he won 4 Super Bowls in 6 years. Because that was a loaded, the talent that was on that team was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Walsh himself said that he never saw more talent on the team than the 78 Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I would make the case that the 75 Steelers were more physically gifted because they were younger. I would make that case. Yeah. And that was also the one time where Terry Bradshaw threw twice as many touchdowns as interceptions.
Everybody
I can make that case. But
everybody knows
here's the difference with why Chuck Noll is the man and the other guys aren't even close. Chuck Noll won a champion, went to the AFC Championship with Mark Malone as quarterback. If that's not great coaching, I don't know what is. You know, Mark Malone threw more bounce passes than Magic Johnson. He was a terrible quarterback.
Terrible. I got a challenge for you.
Sure.
Okay. I'm talking about the modern era now. We're not going to talk about the past era. And I want you to do this, sit back and think about it, write it down, and we'll have a discussion on it. We're going to have an all-black football team of all the black players of today that you would want on that team, including a black coach.
You have to give me a time frame from what year to now?
From your year that you start watching football with black men in it up until now.
So that would be 1974.
Right. You don't have to do it now.
I've already run out of here 2 hours. You know I'm past my
past your internet time. But what I'm saying is you write them down. Okay, we'll have a discussion, say even next week, even how about after the Super Bowl or before?
Well, I know who my quarterback is already.
Your black quarterback is?
You know who my quarterback is. Who do you think it is?
Oh.
You know what? To me, I think you might say somebody like Warren Moon.
Exactly what. That's exactly what we'll think. Warren Moon.
Wow. That name popped into my head just now. Warren Moon. Either Randall Cunningham or Warren Moon.
He would be the backup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. See, now you see what I'm getting at. Let's do that next week, right before the Super Bowl, or even after.
Who won't be on the team? OJ told me he's not black. He's OJ. F you, he's not on the team.
Now, see, UncClaude, you're being prejudiced. You're being prejudiced.
He became black again when he went with Cameron.
Hey.
I'm being prejudiced, not racist. There's a difference. But go ahead.
Right.
You know, my secondary
anyway,
my secondary be the Ravens
that you want together. That's what I'm
saying. Ricky Waters.
We'll do that sometime. You know,
Ricky Waters is one of the most underrated running backs in pro football. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Roger Craig should be in the Hall of Fame. But that's another story.
They robbed their guys. That's a shame.
A lot of guys who got robbed. The fact that L.C. Greenwood is still not in the Hall of Fame makes the Hall of Fame a joke. It makes it an absolute joke. You can't not have you can't have the guy in the All-Decade team and him not be in the Hall of Fame. What a joke that is. Lynn Swann had to wait 14 years, and if he didn't say anything about John Stallworth, he wouldn't have went. How stupid was that? And Lynn Swann was the best receiver in football for 4 years.
Yeah.
Well,
these Hall of Fames, and not just football, but baseball's Hall of Fame is a complete joke. You can't have Barry Bonds not in the Hall of Fame. If you want to have a different window for people with steroids or whatever, that's one thing. And I'm still looking for the test because they still haven't given us the test where Barry Bonds failed.
Well, like I said, UncClaude, it's the powers that be. Let's not forget.
We loved it when Mark McGwire was doing it.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Is
And with
Sosa in
Sammy
there?
Sosa,
Sosa ain't in there,
Sammy
right?
Sosa don't
Sosa?
even look like Sammy Sosa. He
He's
looks
not
like
in there. Well, he's black again. He's black again now.
Yeah.
he's black
He,
again.
yeah,
Well,
he blacked up his skin again.
Oh, isn't
What
that
about,
terrific?
yeah.
Is
what
he
about
still not
Jose?
going?
He went white, then he
all,
blacked it
all
up
I'm
again.
saying
So
is,
yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm
What
He
about
looks like
saying
an
Jose?
is
absolute
we have to
clown.
look
I'm
at
surprised.
we have
He
to
looks
look
like
at
a
the
rhesus
powers
monkey, that
that have
motherfucker.
the sports. You know,
What about
who
Jose
controls the
Canseco? He's
sports, who
another one.
controls the paychecks, and
Oh,
all.
Man, Jose Canseco.
he
Yeah,
dead now. Isn't he dead? He died,
he
right?
was,
Yeah.
no,
Then he
man,
died?
he tried to kill Jose Canseco, man. Damn.
No, then he died?
I
No,
thought he died. Maybe he didn't. I have to look
Yeah,
it
I
up.
thought he did.
look, now
Well,
you
I
have
thought
I have
Jose
to look that
Canseco
up now.
was in the unit. Yeah,
Conseco or Boris. It was one of them. I don't know. I get it mixed up. One of them died.
yeah, one
I
of
have
them.
to look it
I
up.
have to look that up. Jose Can now remember he had a brother Ozzy Canseco. Maybe he's the
I don't know. Maybe Boris died. I think Boris might have died.
Well, God rest his soul, whoever it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Is Jose Canseco dead? I'm looking this up, by the way. I'm Googling like everybody. That's how MU gets her meals, you know.
Yeah,
She
she did.
Googles
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she
Google's
did.
working on stuff like that too.
How to cook steak?
Maybe
How
you
to
should
cook
have
steak?
Googled. Maybe you should have
Yeah.
Googled food
Yeah.
cooking. Yeah, you know,
I'm
the
sorry.
proper way of showing how to cook a meal on YouTube.
Did Jose Canseco die?
He died, right?
Yeah, he's passed
Yeah.
away.
Wow.
No, his father
See?
died.
Huh?
Wow.
His
His
father
father
died.
died. No, Jose Canseco's 60 years old. He's still alive.
Okay, he's still alive.
Oh, I don't know if you were, there was
Somebody
a show
died.
where his
Scott Boris?
wife.
Somebody.
Oh, the agent Scott Boris. He died.
Is he dead? No,
Let
he's
me
still
check
alive
that.
too.
Oh,
Somebody
I was
died.
about to say.
Okay,
I
no,
remember
Scott Boris still alive.
Scott Boris.
Yeah,
He's the
still
one who
alive.
got he got
He's
A-Rod
still
all that
alive.
money.
Yeah, he's still alive. I thought somebody died.
He's trying to
Okay.
kill, man. Damn.
Don't
No,
cry.
like, yeah.
Let them live
I
as long as
I
possible.
try to tell these young dudes they talking about they could have played back then. I said, man, Jack Tatum would wait for you to come across the middle and take your head off. What are you talking about?
Ain't kidding, yeah.
You ain't going across the middle with them dudes. They'll light you up.
And Jack Tatum was the nice one compared to Atkinson because he was the dirtiest player in the game. I couldn't stand
he
Joe
was.
Atkinson.
Yeah.
I wanted to shoot him what he did to Lynn
I was
Swan.
listening to the other night too, UncClaude.
Now he passed away. Atkinson just
basketball
passed away.
centers.
Hmm?
Well, I was listening to UncClaude when he's talking about greatest centers of all times in basketball.
Oh yeah, yesterday,
Oh,
right?
Oh, that was a fun line. Wasn't that
Yeah.
fun line stream?
Yeah, I said Patrick Ewing. Yeah.
Oh, he had no business there. You know he didn't. Just Patrick
Yeah.
Ewing. Finger old
Patrick
Pat.
Ewing.
Oh, that loser.
What
That
about a minute?
loser.
Have you ever known any of your modern day centers to score 100 points in a game?
Oh,
No,
hell.
hold on. Well, I said people that I watched.
I
Mr.
said
Carter.
Chamberlain too. Yeah, I told him Chamberlain.
See, that's what I'm
Hold
saying.
He
on,
said no.
wait,
He said no.
wait,
I know
wait.
what you said, UncClaude.
I didn't get a
It's your
chance.
time and your
Exactly.
era. Right, I know it's always your time and your era, but you got to realize you got some old people on here now that were way before
Yeah,
you.
but I was talking about the people that I watched. I wasn't talking about those. If that were the case, I would have to put Russell Chamberlain. I would put Willis Reed there because Willis Reed is still better than Pat
Oh,
Ewing.
yeah.
How many championships Pat? Now I tell you what, Pat Ewing lost more championships than Willis Reed won.
Well, see, that's what our country is built on. Who's a winner and who's not a winner? You know, nobody remember who made second place. You know,
I mean, Will Chamberlain has 2 championships too. I mean, come on, people act like Will Chamberlain didn't win anything. I mean, Will Chamberlain was the driving force on both of those championship teams that he was on.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but
I mean, he had to go through. Russell had an all-star team with him. Will Chamberlain had a couple of guys, but Bill Russell had. I mean, John Havlicek was coming off the bench. He had Hall of Famers coming off the bench.
yeah.
And to be fair, he was also the coach
And who was
of a
that?
couple of
Who
those
was that?
championship teams too. So I have to give
What
Russell.
was
I
that
will
you
always
said
give him
about
the
Larry Bird last night. What did you say about Larry Bird?
Larry Bird was tough as nails. He was a great player. I mean, I give
No, he
Larry Bird a
wasn't.
lot.
Did
That he was better than Steph Curry?
Did Larry Bird?
I said that he was just as good a shooter. I didn't say.
Simple question: did Larry Bird ever foul out a game?
Did Larry Bird? I'm pretty sure he did.
No,
I know Will Chamberlain never did. I know that.
No.
I know Will Chamberlain never fouled out the game.
You know why? Because he didn't play defense. Any basketball player that plays defense will get a foul. Play defense. And there's a lot of them that did foul out playing defense.
See, but at that time, the game was
Larry Bird was not a great defensive player. I never said he was.
Yeah.
I never said he was a great defensive player.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who I never thought was from Pittsburgh is Pistol Pete Maravich. He's from Pittsburgh. I didn't know that.
I thought he was from Louisiana. I just learned something now.
Yeah, he's from.
I had no idea. I thought he was from Louisiana. I thought he was.
No.
Pistol Pete. I have his jersey. Pistol Pete Maravich.
It's a lot of athletes that lived in the South. I mean, the people thought they were from the South, but actually were from the North. Really, back then, they had to come.
Average 44 a game with no 3-point line. That's amazing. And look at Will Chamberlain, 50 points. Average 50 points a season. Mm-hmm. That's amazing. And couldn't shoot a free throw, save his life.
And then they say the greatest draft of all was 1983 for the quarterbacks because most of the quarterbacks from Western Pennsylvania. Joe Montana. Jim
and another thing, Hack-a-Shack. Where did that come about at?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows the greatest draft of all time was 74.
Jack that couldn't shoot free throws, so they started fouling him. What the hell?
But the crazy thing about it is Jack was better.
Kobe saved him though, because Penny. Yes, he did. Because Penny Hardaway. Listen,
carried Kobe.
Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway with Orlando, right?
Yeah,
that should have been the team to win the championship.
Penny was, and I tell you what, Penny was better than Kobe, but that's another story.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you on that. But that never happened over there. So Kobe saved his ass in LA.
No, he didn't. Shaq carried Kobe the first years. Right. He carried Kobe. Did you see those finals?
Okay. Penny, listen, Penny Hardaway was on a different level at that time.
Penny was way better than Kobe. Before the injuries, it wasn't close.
I agree with that.
Carried Jack? No way. Jack carried Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
He carried Kobe. Kobe didn't become Kobe until 2003. And Kobe cost the Lakers a title in 2004.
2003?
2004.
No.
That's when Kobe became Kobe. Nope. Yes. Kobe didn't come off the bench when he was starting.
No.
Jones was ahead of him. Come on. Let's stop.
Oh, Lord.
Let's stop. I watched Kobe Bryant's entire career, and for people to say that he's the greatest Laker of all time, not as long as Magic Johnson's breathing. Are you serious?
They didn't say he was the greatest Laker of all time.
A lot of people consider Kobe Bryant the greatest Laker of all time.
You can't put Kobe against.
He's not over Kareem and Jerry West and those guys.
One of the greatest.
I understand he's one of the greatest, but there's a difference. A lot of people, if you ask the younger generation, they will say that Kobe is the greatest Laker of all time. Magic is the greatest Laker of all time.
Remember, there's a 20 years difference between yourself and myself. That's the younger generation now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I stand by what I stand by. Magic Johnson's the greatest Laker of all time. It's not even close. There was no Laker dynasty until Magic got there.
Mm-hmm. Until
Magic got there was no showtime. If you want to say Kareem is better than Magic, I won't argue that. Because Kareem had to hold everything. The Lakers were a joke until Kareem got there because they were in NBA purgatory the time where Wilt Chamberlain retired and Jerry West retired. The Lakers were a joke until Kareem got there. Now, Kareem didn't have enough guys around him to win the title. But once Magic got there, it changed. That's why Magic played his whole career with the Lakers. You can still argue that Kareem is the greatest player in Milwaukee's history. And you'll hear a lot of dummies say Giannis is. And I'll just slap him right in the face because Giannis can't even hold a candle to Kareem.
No Giannis. Yeah, Giannis. No.
You know what the thing is now. You know that dude from Chicago was a bad dude. I don't care anybody say about Jordan.
Listen, Michael Jordan's a great player, but see, and I do it by position because you can't. Listen, was Michael Jordan the greatest shooting guard ever? I'll give you that. But to say he's the greatest player ever, I can't put him over Kareem and Magic.
We're talking about positions.
Yeah, by position, Michael's the best in his position. I agree with that.
Thank you.
I agree with that. And he's better than Kobe.
Influence.
Because Kobe took it all his moves. He's Mike Light.
Yeah.
Want to be like Mike. Everybody wanted to be like Mike. Remember that?
Yeah.
With the Gatorade commercial.
Yeah.
Like Mike, if I want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
Like Mike, if I want to be like Mike.
I've told them guys a long time ago if the blacks would put their money together and have their own football team, it'd be a shutout.
And who sold them out in the union? Beat Upshaw sold them out.
Yep.
Sold them out for nothing. He's the reason why a lot of those NFL players got broke. He sold them out to the union. He sold them out to those owners. That's why I can't stand Gene Upshaw.
That was crazy.
Please, he sold out so quick. Ex-Raider.
Like I said, the powers that be.
I said if them brothers ever got their heads together and got their money together,
Right.
that they would never beat that team. There's just too many talented brothers. They would never beat that team. Them dudes get the
no way.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. And like I said, we have that crab in a barrel mentality too. You know,
yes, that is unfortunate. And the Willie Lynch syndrome is still in effect. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just wanted to come up here real quick to Mr. Carruthers, right?
Yeah.
When we had that in the chat, and you say troll. No, I'm not a troll. I'm a real dude. You know me. That as far as like with Martin Luther King or whatever like that, I just want to just throw that out. Like Martin Luther King being, like a womanizer or something like that. That's what I said. Ain't nothing wrong with that because I did it.
Yeah, we all did it.
We all did it. So that's why I just want to say there's nothing personal with that. We all did it. We all men. We all did that shit back in the days. And that's all. That's all. So the British. Yeah, that's all, brother. That's it.
Here's what I look at.
Yeah, there's no trolling. There's nothing.
Wait a minute, though. Just listen. When it comes to historical figures, especially historical black men figures, and we still as blacks are out here perpetrating the bullcrap that white folks throw in our face and we'll repeat it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about Martin Luther being a womanizer. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't even, to me, it shouldn't even been in the chat. Like you said, we're all womanizers. We all had women in our lives and we've done things. So why put out that black man because he's a predominant figure of the black community out there like that?
I know. I agree with you. I do.
That's all.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Now, if you had said Trump was a womanizer, hey,
oh yeah, but you can't say that. You can't say that in front of you know who. That's why I was being nice. Because I know she looking. She's like, oh yeah, Rob, that's right. Martin Luther King did the same shit too. That's why I'm being nice to her. Yeah,
well, if you want to go that route, then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we already know what happened with that. But that's another thing.
You used to see him on YouTube a lot, didn't you? Elijah Muhammad.
The thing of the matter is, see, they ain't got nothing on Martin Luther King, but they got plenty on Trump and them damn kids.
Exactly. Well, like I said, MU get mad.
They can get mad all they want, but they got the proof. The proof. There's a girl
not here to defend herself.
Listen.
I know Claude. She looking.
There's a girl.
She in the bushes. Trust me. She gonna curse me out later.
There's a video.
That's your job to get cursed out, Rob.
I know it is. I get
There's a
cursed out
video.
all the time.
There's a video circulating on the internet. There's a video.
Remember, they're always sleeping with one eye open, so be careful what you say out there.
There's a
Yeah,
video
I know,
circulating on the internet. They got a video on the internet. I happen to get a copy of this video on the internet about Trump. And this girl, they were interviewing this girl. They sit her down and she said, "This is exact truth. She told everything. They can't find this girl. I got this video. I think I saved it." And they were interviewing, and she was going to step by step about what he did and what she did to him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what the hell's the matter with this guy?
Yeah.
But this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to distract people from that stuff coming out. That's what he's trying to do. It's going to come out.
He's
Every
nasty.
day there's something new. Every day there's something new.
He's disgusting.
Yeah.
Every day.
He's
Talk
disgusting.
about how many times was you on that plane? I don't even remember being on that plane. You were lying.
They're so stupid.
All of a sudden, he gets old. He gets amnesia. All that good shit. So,
I'm not even. It's time for me to shut this. I'm gonna shut this down.
You in the doghouse? You said you get in the doghouse.
Yeah, well, you guys are trying to put me in the outhouse.
Claude, don't do it. Claude.
All right, you shut it down if you want to.
Don't shut it down. No.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to listen.
Why did you say that?
They're going to listen to this
Oh my
playback.
God! Why'd you say that, Claude?
Oh
Oh my God! Get out of my chat! I'm not MAGA.
She's not.
Boy,
She's not here to defend herself.
She's here. She's here. She's looking. Trust me.
I can
She's
hear
not
it
here
now.
to defend herself. Let's.
She's in the bushes. She's in the bushes.
Well,
Well, you know what I say, don't
you'll be back up with some music. I apologize.
Yeah, Claude, yeah. And you get mad, Claude will be back on the R. Kelly shit. Birthday, happy birthday.
I want to put on my dancing shoes and go out and step
Hey, don't let it get because we all this mean.
Oh shit! I'm crying laughing, man. Oh my God!
I have to say, man, y'all. These last few live streams have been great. These last 3 days, I have to give it to
Oh shit!
Oh, man. I gotta get the pumpkin off of here now. I like.
Oh, okay, I'm done.
Mr.
Okay.
Carruthers, TCOG, Rob, aka
Oh, boy.
Finest, Red Wing Hockey,
Mm-hmm.
TC HBCU Queen, and of course Misunderstood. All those in the clouds, all those in the bushes. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. UncleClaude signing out. Take
All right,
care.
brother.
Stay safe.
All right, good night, everyone.
All right.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
All right.
All right.